Community volunteers are a crucial part and lifeblood of any competitive gaming scene, no matter how big or small. Whether it's people gathering data and historical records of achievements in a game, or creating content and events for players to compete in and enjoy, there's so much to a game's community beyond just the players. Classic Tetris is no different, and one of the most important cogs in this machine of Tetris is the community members who make every match possible online, known as Restreamers. The role of a Restreamer is to provide a vehicle for 2 or more players to participate in a Tetris match or event, whether it be a friendly match or a competitive match in an event such as Classic Tetris League or Classic Tetris Monthly. Restreaming is a completely voluntary part of being a member of the Classic Tetris community, but it's a role that virtually every player treats with the highest amount of respect, as without Restreamers, there would be no online scene to speak of. The work that some Restreamers put into making sure that each match is truly special is amazing to see, from new community members wanting to make a splash, to seasoned veterans and top players giving opportunities for newer players to play matches. Restreamers aren't just commentators or streamers, they're what make every league, event, and tournament possible. And with our scene growing bigger and bigger each and every day, and streaming becoming more accessible to more people, naturally, a lot of people are curious about the role of restreaming but aren't sure where to start. Sure, there's plenty of online guides on Discord that are very useful, but a lot of people learn in many different ways, which is why I've decided to make a no-nonsense, to-the-point guide on how to get started with and get better at Classic Tetris Restreaming. For those of you who might not know me, I'm AdamIrish, and I've been restreaming Classic Tetris events for over a year. I've streamed over 600 matches spanning several different leagues, and I've been awarded Best Restreamer for the Classic Tetris League in each of the last 4 seasons, and gotten the opportunity to commentate at the Classic Tetris World Championships. I love doing restreams and love seeing new faces wanting to get into this amazing part of being a community member, which is why I've created this guide in the first place. But let's just get straight into it. To start off, virtually every online Classic Tetris match for a competitive event is live streamed onto the internet, as this allows for an uninterrupted, verifiable, and archivable way to broadcast a match. The overwhelming majority of the community accomplishes this by live streaming on an application called Open Broadcasting Software, or OBS, to the popular live streaming platform known as Twitch. Of course, there is nothing stopping someone from using a different application or streaming to other platforms such as YouTube, which some streamers do indeed do, but Twitch is the best option as the majority of the community already uses the platform, and it provides the best networking for streamers and players alike. OBS is a completely free tool that can be set up in just a few minutes. All you need to do is download the software from the official OBS website, set it up, open the program, and from there you can enter your Twitch stream key or link your account, and you can start streaming to your heart's content. But okay, you've got OBS set up now, but it's time to get your scenes set up for restreams. If you've ever watched a Classic Tetris match, but especially an AdamIrish streamed one, you'll notice that there's various graphics on the screen, such as the game score, line count, next piece, and more. How do you turn this black screen into something that looks like this? To put it simply, it's a long, headache-inducing, eye-popping process that I will get into later in the video. But if you're just starting out and aren't as fussy about how things look as I am, there are plenty of pre-made templates that the Classic Tetris community have made specifically for people just starting out. Tetris for the Non-Pros, an organization in the Classic Tetris community geared specifically towards beginner and intermediate players, provide a free template for aspiring restreamers to be able to use completely free. I wholeheartedly recommend you join the server, and I will link it in the description below, as well as the template. Once the template is installed and unzipped, there will be a full guide on how to install the template into your OBS application, which I 100% recommend following if you're unsure on how to install it yourself or how to edit the scene. But once you've installed everything correctly, you can now begin restreaming. So now that you have everything set up, it is time to get your first Tetris match commentated. But before this, you may be worried about a few things such as, how do I schedule a match? What are the best ways to commentate? Where can I go to receive feedback or improve how I call matches? I will try my best to answer as many of these questions as I can, but please remember that almost every caster in the community is different and will approach a match differently. I will try my best to get the basics down for you, however. In order to take a match to be restreamed, the best way to do so is to go into the Discord server of the event that you're intending to do a restream in, and see if there's any matches available. We're going to use Classic Tetris Monthly as an example for this. With access from the Restreamers role available in the server, you'll gain access to 3 channels: Restreamer Scheduling, Restreamer Availability, and Community Scheduling. Restreamer Availability is for use in order to post your available times in case someone wants to request a match directly from you, and Community Scheduling is typically used by players. Restreamer Scheduling will be used for players requesting matches to be taken. For this example here, we can see that the player Toka is requesting a match against Hepta to be restreamed at 15 UTC or Universal Time on Saturday. If this match is available and hasn't been taken by another restreamer, and you are available at that time to take the restream, then you can reply to the message saying that you're interested, and then the match will be scheduled and ready to go. Please note that for events such as CTM, CTL, as well as Tetris for the non-pros, you may need to also access the scheduling website, which for example for CTM might be go.ctm, or the CTL scoreboard for CTL and TNP. You may need to use this website in order to be able to report and officially schedule the matches as well. Information on how to do that will be available in the individual servers. But once you've taken the match through the Discord server, then they'll be ready to be streamed at that time requested. In terms of tips and tricks for commentary, firstly, it is important to always provide accurate and up-to-date information to your players. This one is kind of a no-brainer, but in an online competitive scene, a lot of players will rely heavily on the information provided to them by the caster to gauge how their opponent is doing in the state of play. Screen looking is an option, but can be risky and may lead to a loss in concentration. Providing information on a play-to-play basis, such as board health, droughts, and crucially, score counts, can help players to remain focused and aware of what's going on. For score counts, from level 18 starts, I would generally recommend to do a score update every 20 to 40 lines at most, as this provides the players with accurate and regular information, which can be crucial, especially if the player isn't screen looking. Secondly, while a bit of interaction with your chat is always okay, try not to be too distracting, as this can also distract your players and may lead to you either missing something like a top out, or crucially, may distract players to the point where they make mistakes and top out as well. The stream isn't just about you, it is also about the players that you're hosting on your stream and the event and competition that you are hosting. By restreaming something like Classic Tetris League or CTM, you are, as an extension, representing that event too, and it's important to not get too carried away. On that note, in many cases, a restreamer may also have to make a tough call when it comes to officiating in a match. Whether it's due to equipment malfunction, a stream crash, or maybe a wrong seed being put in, it is always important to make judgment calls as quickly as possible to keep the flow of the match going. Of course, that's not always possible, but as long as the call you make is what you believe is fair for all parties involved, you should be fine. An event official may overrule your call in rare cases, but if in doubt, ask for help from an event official or a trusted restreamer. Lastly, I just want to talk about the opportunities that restreaming can lead to in the community. Of course, for a lot of community members, they may see playing and getting better at the game as the best way to be able to achieve things like qualifying for real-life events, or being able to climb the ranks in the community, for example. But restreaming can also accomplish this as well. In my own experiences, since starting restreaming, I've been able to experience things that I never thought were possible. I've gotten to be able to commentate some of the best players in the world in events like Classic Tetris Monthly and Classic Tetris League, and as of just a few days ago as of recording this, I managed to be able to commentate at the Classic Tetris World Championships, which was something that I never thought would have been possible and something that I've been dreaming of doing for years at this point. So restreaming is another way in this community that you can really make a lot of dreams come true and can really make an impact in this community that isn't really possible in a lot of other ways. It's an incredibly important part of what makes this community tick every single day, and I believe it's an amazing way in this community to be able to give back. But that's all from me. If you have any other information or tips and tricks that I may have missed in this video, please leave it in the comments below, and I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as possible. But thank you guys for watching this video. This is the first main video that I'm uploading on this channel, and honestly, I'm not sure when I'm going to upload another one, but I will try to keep regular content flowing on here as soon as possible. If you have any ideas on content that you'd like me to upload, leave it in the comments below as well, and I'll see if that's something I can maybe turn into a video. But thank you guys for watching. If you'd like to see more from me, I stream nearly every day on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/AdamIrish Experience, and maybe I'll see you one day. Take care and have a nice rest of your day, everyone.